قِرَدَةً خَاسِئِينَ. So what was their punishment? Their punishment was that Allah told them, become apes and go back miserably. Go back humiliated. Return and retrieve as apes who've been humiliated as well. Now, خَسَأَ يَخْسَأُ, it's a word that is usually used, which is the last word in this verse, which is a word usually used to shoo off a dog, right? And that's why the people of the hellfire are told that اخسأوا فيها ولا تكلمون. Go back like dogs, like animals, and don't speak to us. Right? So, خسأ يخسأ means to shoo off something like a dog. So Allah is telling them, go back like apes and dogs. Now the idea is, were they actually mutilated by Allah Azza wa Jal into apes, or they're just being told to go back like your monkeys and dogs, etc. Right? Well, one of the views is that this group of people specifically, this is not all of the Jews or the Israelites, this is one specific group that they are in a village and they played this game with Allah Azza wa Jal on the Sabbath, and they were told to go and turn into apes. A group of scholars like Ibn Abbas believe that they were actually physically turned into apes. Literally, quite literally, they were turned into apes. Another group of scholars like Mujahid ibn Jabr, who's a student of Abu Hurairah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and a great mufassir as well, he believed that they were not actually physically turned into apes, but rather this is just a figure of speech being told to them that go back as if you are worthless like apes and dogs. And to the credit of Mujahid, the word khasi helps him as well, because they're being told to go back like apes, and then after that Allah is saying khasi'een, rejected like a dog is rejected as well. Do you understand what I'm saying? So from that you can kind of understand where Mujahid is coming from. But the reality is we have another hadith which is authentic. This is in a number of books of hadith, that they went to the Prophet ﷺ. Sahaba went to the Prophet ﷺ and they asked him about apes and swine or pigs. And they said, are they from the progeny of the Jews? So they themselves were confused when they saw this verse. They were not sure exactly how to understand it. So the Prophet ﷺ, he said that إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَزَّ وَجَلَّ لَمْ يَلْعَنْ قَوْمًا قَطُّ فَمَسَخَهُمْ فَكَانَ لَهُمْ نَسْلٌ. Allah Azza wa Jal never took a group of people and mutilated them into other beings, except that group of people would have no progeny. Okay? But rather they're simply, the ones you see over here, they're simply from the creation of Allah Azza wa Jal. And when Allah became angry at the Jews, He took them and mutilated them into the likes of qirada and khanazir. Okay, so that means that there was actual mutilation that occurred to the people of the Sabbath. This is what I believe, wallahu a'lam, would be the correct opinion because of this hadith. And there are other hadiths to this effect as well. But Mujahid said what he said. Although this hadith that I've quoted, it's not like the pinnacle of authenticity, but it is nonetheless acceptable. And we will stop here. Wallahu ta'ala a'lam.